You know that feeling. It's Monday morning, you've barely had your coffee, and already you're drowning in digital admin. All that copying, pasting, emailing, updating things everywhere. It just eats up your time, right? Kills your focus. What if you could just make it stop? Well, today we're doing a deep dive into two really powerful tools from Microsoft that promise just that: Azure Logic Apps and Power Automate.
That's exactly it. And their main goal, fundamentally, is pretty simple. Automate your tasks, cut down on errors, and yeah, make you more efficient, save you time. What's really interesting, I think, is the whole low-code thing. It means you're not necessarily writing lines and lines of code. You're using visual tools, pre-built bits. Makes it accessible. It's almost like setting up a conveyor belt for all your digital jobs.
Okay, so they both automate stuff, but how are they different? If someone listening is thinking, okay, I need this, how do they choose? Maybe let's start with Power Automate. What are some typical uses, those quick wins people get?
Right. Power Automate is really built for, well, pretty much everyone. Business users, teams. You can even use it for personal tasks. It's got this very visual drag and drop feel, super intuitive, and those aha moments. Oh, yeah. Think about automatically saving email attachments from a specific client straight into OneDrive or SharePoint. No more downloading.
Oh, that's a good one. Or maybe getting a Teams ping when a VIP emails you.
Exactly. Or automating expense approvals, routing them automatically. Even scheduling social media posts. Plus, it has things like cloud flows, which run online, and desktop flows. That uses RPA, robotic process automation, basically mimicking your clicks on your own computer for older apps that don't have APIs.
Right, the RPA stuff, so it can handle even legacy systems to some extent. Okay, so that's Power Automate for the everyday user, the teams. But what about the big complex stuff, the enterprise level? Where does Azure Logic Apps come in? When would you absolutely need that instead?
Yeah, that's where Logic Apps really steps up. It's definitely geared more towards developers, IT pros, people tackling the really complex large-scale integrations. It lives inside Azure, Microsoft's cloud platform, so it's built for serious scalability, security, robustness. Think critical business processes.
Can you give an example, like a big workflow?
Sure. Imagine an e-commerce company. A new order comes in. Logic Apps could automatically sync that order with the inventory database, then trigger a notification to the warehouse system to ship it, and maybe pull data from 3 other systems to generate a custom report. All seamless.
Wow. Okay, so connecting totally different systems, maybe even older ones.
Exactly. It's great at connecting to things like SAP or Oracle, those big enterprise systems. And it plugs really deeply into all the other Azure services. It allows for these very custom system-to-system workflows that Power Automate might struggle with at that scale and complexity.
So it sounds like a power difference and maybe a complexity difference too.
Definitely. So for you listening, the question becomes, what's your need? Power Automate is generally easier to start with. Fantastic for personal productivity, team collaboration, automating things within Microsoft 365. Logic Apps, it needs a bit more technical know-how. It's the powerhouse for those custom business-critical back-end integrations. It's really about matching the tool to your specific job and, frankly, your comfort level with the tech.
That makes sense. Okay, let's say someone's decided which way they're leaning. What about the practical stuff, like cost and just getting started?
Good question. Power Automate often has a free tier to experiment with. Then it moves to per-user licenses, maybe around $15 a month per user, something like that.
Yeah.
And often, some level of it is already included in your Microsoft 365 subscription, so check that first. Logic Apps, being part of Azure, is mostly pay-as-you-go. You pay like tiny fractions of a cent for each action your Logic app performs.
Pennies per step, basically.
Pretty much. There's usually a free amount each month, too. Great for development and testing. But for both, the key thing is keep an eye on your usage so you don't get surprise bills. Getting started, Power Automate. Just head to their website, sign in with your Microsoft account. Lots of templates there. Logic Apps. You'll need an Azure account, which you can set up for free.
Yeah.
And yeah, both platforms have tons of tutorials and documentation online. Really good resources.
This has been super helpful, really clarifying the landscape. It seems the first step is just taking stock of what you need to automate and how technical you want to get. Of course, once you get into complex flows, things like governance and managing them become important too, right? Something to keep in mind.
Absolutely. But the core idea for both is reclaiming your focus, your time. Stop doing the robot work yourself. It really is like getting a virtual assistant who just handles the repetitive stuff tirelessly.
Huh, yeah, a virtual intern who doesn't need coffee. Love it. So maybe here's a final thought for everyone listening. What's just one small, annoying, repetitive task you do right now? Could you maybe automate just that one tiny thing away by the end of this week? Give that virtual intern something to do.